I'm at room. See what I did? We made it out of here. Jumper juice. What I did. Can't find the first touch. No one is in the room. Hope you make it out of here. My mic pretty good though. Oh man.
Somebody using this light right here?
No. I'm the highest center. Boom. Nigga, shut up. Don't even play me. Stay quiet, ho. Nigga, I own you. Whole ass nigga. Fuck you talking to? Shut your OL, boy. I'll slap you, bro. That's you, bro. Keep talking. What you talking about, cuz? Shut your wannabe gangster up, bro. I will smoke you, bro. Don't even play with me, bro. Dead serious, will smoke you. I smoke your pack, bro. Don't play with me, bro. I'm gonna smoke yours soon, bro. No worries. Keep talking, bro. Keep talking. Keep talking. Monkey, keep talking. Bro, I'm talking to you. I know I ain't stuttering, bro. Like, bro, I climb up in here, bro, and you start being disrespectful. Don't make me slap you. Like, like you're talking right now. You talking still, bro. You talking still. You still talking. You're still talking. You're still talking. You're still talking. You're complaining over a game. You're complaining over a game, bro. You complaining over a game. You're still doing it. Like, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. You're a clown, bro. You're clowning yourself. You're still complaining over a game. You're clowning yourself. Why are you mad, bro? It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. I'm mad, huh? I'm mad. Yeah, bro, I'm mad, bro. I'm Hulk right now. You still complaining. You suck, bro. Get mad, bro. Stay mad. Stay mad. Stay mad. Stay mad. Stay mad. Stay mad. You the only one cussing. You the only one cussing, bro. Remember, you the only person cussing. Exactly. Whoa, stay mad, right? For real though, stay mad. For real though, stay mad. You're mad over GTA, bro. Like, bro, you mad over GTA? Like, bro, who gets mad over a game that's free? You sound mad, bro. You sound mad. Like, bro, you sound mad. For real though. You're mad over GTA. Me too. And you started complaining. You're mad over GTA, bro. No, you're just mad over a game. And I told you to stay mad. And a discussion. You're mad, bro. You're just mad. If you're mad, it's okay. If you're mad, it's okay. You sound mad, bro. I came here, I was talking to my live stream, then you started complaining over a game, bro. You should be shut up for what, bro? You're just mad over a game. Calm down. You're mad, aren't you? I'm doing my setups. You're mad. You're mad. Look, you're mad over GTA, bro. Hello? Man. Mad over GTA. The most easiest free game in the game. You mad. You mad. You mad. You mad. He mad. He mad because he plays GTA still. Bro, stay mad. Aren't you mad, bro? Aren't you mad, bro? Aren't you mad, bro? I'm talking. I'm waiting, bro. You gonna kill a level 60? Cause you that's trash? Stay mad, bro. Stay mad. All talk. You understand if you gay, bro? I'm saying you gay, you're something, but like, bro, you weird, bro. Yeah, you holler. You probably waiting outside right now. Alright, stutter.
Okay, it's one thing to get them, it is another thing to keep them.
Bro, my mic is cut up. You obviously got something. I ain't tripping. Bro's mad over GTA. What? I know you mad. I can hear in your voice. Let's keep you mad. It's mad over GTA. A game that's for kids. That's rated E.
What's wrong with the world?
I might buy me a. You gon' be messed over. Rory's and motherfuckers. Bro's quiet now. That's crazy. That's crazy. He quiet. Brody's quiet. Whoa. I never thought that would happen today. Yeah, man, boy. Oh, he got a yard. We get loud dog boys. How you not? If you break a kid's scooter and his scooter costs more than the scooter you gave him, you pretty much just wasted his money, bruh. I would have broke your name. You broke my scooter like that, right? Nah.
On it, you don't think it break? Can I test the deck strength? Do you care? If I go. Ooh. Oh shoot, bro. I think the bars. Dude, George, these bars like that?
Try it again?
Like the same thing?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll break.
No, they're not gonna break.
They're not gonna break.
I think I've made it quite clear on this channel that I'm of the opinion that there's no such thing as a good YouTube prank. But as with all things, some pranks are worse than others. And I think that I have found my least favorite prank trend as of late. Now, I've said before that if you want to do stupid pranks in your own home and make a fool of yourself and yourself only, while I'm still gonna think you're an idiot, I'll give you a pass. At least you're not necessarily an awful person. Because YouTube pranks are never what pranks are actually supposed to be. They're always harassing people or attacking people, or the trend I'm going to talk about today, breaking people's stuff and then replacing it with a new one. Now, I especially hate these pranks because they're usually not staged, because the people doing them think that random people will be okay with this, and what makes them even worse is that they operate under the condition that new equals better. That is just not true. There are a lot of things that I own that are unhinged latest model of that thing, but I wouldn't want a new one in replace of it because of the sentiment attached to it. And I know that a lot of people are like that with their stuff. Sort of just be going up to people and breaking their stuff and thinking you can make it all better is pretty narcissistic, but I guess that would explain most YouTube pranksters. So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, we're going to be looking at one of these videos today. And the object in question is a scooter, and the prank is by the YouTuber Tanner Fox. Now, if you've never heard of Tanner Fox, he is like a professional scooterer who let the YouTube fame go to his head quite quickly, because full of himself doesn't even begin to explain it. But that's enough talking. Let's just watch the video. So I'm just going to completely skip the first 5 minutes, because literally all it is him just stroking his ego, flaunting how much money he has, how awesome his merch is. Trust me, you don't want to see it.
Alright guys, we made it to the skate park. Yo, that kid's got a T-Box complete already, bro. I'm gonna surprise him. Hey, nice scooter, bro.
This kid is like, who the hell are you?
I would break that and give you this one, but that one's already too nice. Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna find somebody. Don't tell anybody. I'm gonna break someone's scooter and give this one. Alright, don't tell anybody. It's hard, guys, because you want to make the right decision. You want to offend somebody, like, you know what I mean?
We're gonna make such as this.
I feel like it's gotta be more of like a fan. I'm gonna go scope around a little bit. We're gonna scope around and find the right person. Excuse me? Is that your kid, the way the blue shirt?
The one with the scooter in his hand?
Yeah.
The neon green helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So we're doing a gifting. We want to gift him a scooter. They're brand new scooters. So that guy's a professional scooter rider. And a lot of these kids know who he is. And we're going to be giving a brand new scooter to him. And we wanted to give it to somebody that his scooter is like almost running out. We can tell by the wheels that it's about to go.
Yes, we can see from 30 to 40 yards away with our advanced scooter eyes that his wheels are on the brink. We definitely haven't been stalking your child, don't worry. By the way, you're being filmed.
We wanted to know if it's okay with you guys, obviously. That we like kind of prank him and we take his scooter and we do something accidental, break it, and then gift him a brand new one.
Well, if you break it, he might cry because he bought that with his own money.
Okay, there, right there. Even if he couldn't buy the best and greatest scooter, that is something he worked for, he saved up for, and they're gonna fucking destroy it? Just give him the damn scooter and let him keep the one he worked for. This is fucked up.
So how do we go about this?
Honestly, are you talking about that one right
Yeah,
there?
come check it out. This thing's sexy, huh? He loves orange, huh? Well, I got good news. This is brand new and it's orange.
Green is his two favorite
Look, it even has a grip. It has a grip so he doesn't slip off.
I'd say, yeah, you got permission.
We got permission?
Okay, so I appreciate them asking for the parents' permission, that's cool and all, but it still just rubs me the wrong way. It's like when people film themselves giving homeless people money. You're not doing this to give back. You're not doing this to give to your community. You're doing this to clickbait destroying child scooter prank so you can make $10,000 or $15,000 worth of ad revenue. They're not doing this to be nice.
Alright, let's mess this kid up. Just kidding. Come here. You got some parents? This? He's gonna love it? Okay, as long as we have mother's permission. Okay, cool. Found it homie. I won't. Well, you don't care if I, like, slam the scooter? Okay. Alright, we found a kid. Perfect scooter, perfect candidate. Where's he? Yo, bro, hey, you down to play Scoop? Really, before you leave? Get a couple clips? That's okay, I can barely do any tricks either. I honestly want to try your scooter. Like, really bad. Trust me, bro, trust me. What's your name? Damien?
Yeah, this kid looks really thrilled to be a part of this.
I'm Tanner. Let's try this. Easiest trick in the book, alright? I bet you could do this. No footer. Try it, bro. Or here, try it on this, bro. This one's way nicer. Try it out. Whip it around. This is like driving a Toyota, and that's like driving a Lamborghini. Check it out, bro. Check it out. He's so confused. Is this thing pretty like sturdy? Do you think it would break if I like slammed it or if I did a trick on it? You don't think it would break? Can I test the deck strength? Do you care? If I go. Oh shoot, bro. Dude, George, these bars like that? Like the same thing? I don't think they'll break. We're not gonna break. Yeah, see? Now they're just bent forward a little bit.
Yeah, Tanner, it looks like you're really making this kid happy with this wonderful idea of yours. I don't know, I just feel like all of these gotcha pranks are kind of messed up. I feel like pranks shouldn't be drawn out, like where no real emotions are formed. Because if you actually start forming emotions about what's happening, it's not funny anymore when you realize it's a prank. It's kind of just embarrassing. So these long, drawn-out pranks where they're purposefully trying to get an outward reaction out of people, they're not fun to watch. They're like the embodiment of the meme, it's just a prank, bro. It being a prank doesn't fix anything. He's obviously upset that you're breaking his scooter. Do you think it being a prank is going to make him not care that his scooter is still broken?
That's good. Oh, shoot. No, the bars don't even work. Hold up. Hey, bro, that scooter belongs to you. What? That's your scooter. No. Deal. That thing sucks, bro. Like, that's yours, man. Keep it.
Tanner, I don't know about you, but it doesn't seem like he's too thrilled about this trade to me. Like, it doesn't seem like he knows who Tanner is, so he probably doesn't even know that this is like a good scooter. So all he knows is that this random guy came and destroyed his scooter after calling him out of his car to play a game of Scoot, and then gave him his. I cannot imagine the confusion that Damien is going through right now.
Fair trade? Oh, you want it? Did you? Well, you want the scooter, right? I mean, I go get your other one. You do want it? Yeah. All right, cool. Let me go get the break anymore. Oh, were you worried when I started slamming it?
Yeah, are y'all starting to see what I mean? It seems like Damien is not exactly happy about his scooter still being repeatedly slammed. It's like Tanner can't read body language.
Just one more. That's better. All right, man. Well, thank God we took care of that, right? Enjoy your new scooter. Thanks for getting out of the car. I know you didn't want to.
Well, this is getting more uncomfortable with every passing minute, so I'm gonna cut it there. Like, there's just no good outcome for this prank. If you really want to give something away, just give it away. Like, imagine somebody walks up to you and smashes your old watch and tries to give you a Rolex, but that watch was like your great-grandfather's watch that kept him alive during the war. If it hasn't already, something like that is going to happen in one of these pranks. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and smash it on the ground. I'll give you a new one. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye. Wow, was a stinky video. Then again, all prank videos. French fry, ice chai, cat tie, big pie, pork chop, soda pop, scallop, kebab, sour sock, hot pie, dumpling, chicken wing, beef, onion ring. We are America's Kitchen, DoorDash, every flavor moment. The archives are relocated every few weeks. If we want to find out where they are, we need to get the resources in this warehouse. It will be highly secure. Perhaps you can avoid cameras or destroy them. Make it easy and kill the power. There has to be a... Sound a little bit different today, but I hopefully should. I just got a new microphone. I've had the blue snowball forever, and I just figured that it's time for an upgrade. But with that being said, today we're going to be looking at some pretty horrendous stuff. Now, we're no stranger to bad pranks on this channel, quite the contrary even. If you watch my channel enough, you can probably even consider yourself an expert in that field. But today we're entering into a new frontier. Meet Shane Nagy. Shane something. Creator of the world's worst TikTok pranks. This is not a drill. I'm serious. These are the worst pranks on TikTok. The videos are like half skit, half prank, which might just be the worst part of it all. They are so obviously staged that you might even think that they're satire. But what makes it so bad is that he tries to play them off as real. And once you see the videos, you will understand why that's a problem. So without further ado, let me introduce you into the world of Shane Nagy. Please subscribe. Alright, so Mr. Shane here has three kinds of videos. The fart jar videos, the water videos, and then the occasional obscure prank mixed in there. Now, as I'm sure all of you are hoping, we're gonna start with the fart jar videos. some horrifying facts. That video got over 200,000 likes. Everybody in this video is over the age of 25. The guy who posted this video has 3.5 million followers. How are you feeling so far? And I'm probably about to ruin the rest of the video for you if this bothers you, but all of the audio is slightly out of sync. They obviously do a lot of post-production to get all these sound effects in, and on none of the videos do they seem to ever get it back synced up. Expecting something to actually change video to video? Yeah, I was the first time I went through his page, but no, they're all the same, every single one of them. Comedy, guys. This is comedy in 2021. And don't tell me it's not, because this guy's more successful than most comics right now. This is what's passing as humor. Where did we go wrong? I'm not the only one who just saw that guy change races, right? Maybe there's something deeper to this universe than I thought.
Wait, what?
Wait a second. I'm not the only one who just saw that guy change races, right? Maybe there's something deeper to this universe than I thought. I don't really know what fart fetish community these videos are playing to, but that's gotta be the only explanation, right? Please tell me it is. I think that would make me feel a little better. In your dreams! August 8th, 1973, 8:24 a.m., Houston, Texas. An emergency telephone operator named Velma Lyons picks up a call. She hears what sounds like a young man saying, "Y'all better come here right now. I just killed a man." Not long after cops arrive at 2020 Lamar Drive, there they find the body of Dean Coral, a well-respected man known for once being the vice president of the much-loved Coral Candy Company. What police don't know is that this man lying dead on the floor will become known as one of the most depraved and prolific serial killers in history. He is the thing of nightmares, a real-life boogeyman whose crimes were so sick, they were beyond sadistic. That young man who made the call and did indeed pull the trigger was 17-year-old Elmer Wayne Henley, the poor kid who had spent much of his youth huffing solvents and getting into trouble. He'd had a wretched existence, but he never knew dark until he met the guy everyone in the neighborhood affectionately called the Candyman. Henley, still shaken, told the police he'd killed Coral because of what had been happening over the last few years, something he played a big part in himself. That was to lure mostly disenfranchised teens into Coral's lair. Henley showed police what Coral called his torture board, an 8-by-2-foot piece of plywood, which victims were held to by hooks. He showed them a set of tools, part of Coral's abominable and well-stocked torture kit. The police couldn't believe it when this young man described
described in lurid detail what Coral would do to his victims, sometimes for days, before they were eventually slaughtered on a board. The cops certainly thought the kid was a nut when he told them there had been dozens of victims tortured and killed by the dead maniac lying on the floor. That made the kid the worst serial killer ever. And he wasn't lying, but he hadn't even gotten started. Before we get to the absolute horrors that happened to Ange and Coral, let's rewind a bit. Coral was a kid with health problems, and so he wasn't exactly the sociable kind. What he found is he lived as a teenager when he started working with his mother and her second husband making candies. He just loved tinkering around with candy making machines, watching those colorful sugary balls of goodness come out the other end. His mother later spread her wings when she opened the Coral Candy Company and used titles. She'd be a dean, then just in his early 20s, the vice president. In those days, what was called just the Heights was a rundown area populated by mostly poor white families. Kids ran around in the streets causing trouble, something literally with no place to go. In short, it wasn't far from being a slum. That's one reason why young folks loved to hang out at the candy company. It was a bit of color among the drab buildings, and provided them with just a little bit of happiness. Every day, almost on the dot, Coral would come out, his hands filled with broken candies that couldn't be sold. He'd give them to the waiting kids who stood there, grinning with outstretched hands. Coral was loved for this act of kindness by the kids and their parents. Things were not as they seemed, though. Psychologically, Dean Coral had issues. He'd always been a loner and never had any real friends. It didn't make matters easier for him that he was struggling with his homosexuality, something he kept hidden due to the rampant homophobia back then. It wasn't until he was drafted into the U.S. Army in 1964 that he really was sure about his sexuality. It was during this short stint in the Army that he had his first intimate experience with a man. Still, when he returned to the candy company, he was not open about how he felt. People around him remarked how he flirted with young guys in the factory, and they noticed how animated he became when young guys would turn up to take the free candies he offered every day. They followed him around as if he was some kind of savior. Hence, he got another nickname, the Pied Piper. What the adults didn't know is that, like the tale of the Pied Piper, which has a much darker version, Dean Coral had something terrible growing inside him. He was going to do the unspeakable, and he was in the ideal place to do it. That's because the Heights neighborhood was renowned for being home to what some people called white trash. And this was in a city that in the 50s was called Murder City because it was so violent. If you wanted to make people go missing in Houston Heights back then, let's just say that another petty criminal vanishing off the streets didn't exactly mean a lot to the police. The time was right for Coral, who knew very well that cops took little notice when a kid known for petty theft and inhaling paint thinners went missing. These kinds of kids were to be Coral's prey, and there were plenty of them around. At first, he just hung out with them. He installed a pool table at the candy company where they could play. He was surrounded by these young street urchins almost every evening after work. He didn't complain when they drank booze or smoked weed. To onlookers, the vice president was harmless. He was always well-dressed, well-spoken, and even though quiet, he was friendly enough. He was also wealthy, and plenty of cash in your pocket can often give a person immunity to scrutiny. This is what the mother of one of the murdered kids said about him. He was crazy about children. He let them walk all over him. He worked awfully hard. He was like a man that had nothing on his mind but success. It was when the factory closed that things turned bad. According to serial killer author Peter Vronsky in his book American Serial Killers, that was when Coral went out in search of victims. Because young men in the neighborhood had grown up taking sweets from the candy man, they'd all trusted him implicitly. So when Coral drove around in his car or his white van and after pulling over said, "Get in, I have booze and weed," people did just that. At his house, he'd throw crazy parties. Young folks were handed all the booze and drugs they wanted, and music blared for hours on end. Except someone would always pass out. It was then when they woke up hanging by hooks on the torture board, with Coral standing next to them holding something from his torture kit. We'd be demonetized if we described what he did to some of his victims' bodies. And to be honest, it's just too sick to describe. Let's just say Dean Coral might have read the Marquis de Sade. That's where the word sadist comes from, if you didn't already know. After he had his fun, which could take days, he would strangle or shoot them and then bury them under boat storage that he was paying rent for, or in some remote area near the beach. Other times he'd torture his victims in the van itself. He'd fitted it out to be soundproof so no one could hear the screams of his victims. He didn't have his board in the van, but he did have steel hooks attached to the inside. Some of the victims used to work at the candy company, so they may not have thought twice about going back to his house of horrors or getting in the van. But many of the victims ended up there because the guy we mentioned, Elmer Wayne Henley, along with another team, David Owen Brooks, they told other guys in the street that free booze and weed were to be had if they wanted it.
In a statement to police, Henley later said he was paid $200 from Coral for every victim, but he did not stay around for the torture at first. What he saw was Coral handcuff the kid and then gag him. When the victim was taken to the back room, Henley was dismissed. At first, Henley said he wasn't sure if the victims were killed, but later he certainly knew because he sometimes helped bury the bodies. Brooks also later testified, saying one time he saw Henley take part in one of the murders, and he knew exactly what happened on the torture board. What's even worse, some of the victims were Henley and Brooks' friends. Henley said he thought he was trapped and he was scared something bad might happen to him. He told investigators that he tried to join the Navy, but it didn't work out. He also said this: "I couldn't go anywhere. If I wasn't around, I knew Dean would go after one of my little brothers, who he always liked a little too much." When Coral moved to 2020 Lamar Drive, the frequency in which he asked Brooks and Henley for new boys increased, as did the brutality of the torture. You'd think someone would have said something, or at least pointed a finger at Carol. After all, it was clear he only hung out with teen boys, and it was clear teen boys kept going missing. Such is the power of money and a nice suit. Coral was still admired in the neighborhood. Who could say anything bad about the Candyman? Now we'll introduce Rhonda Williams to the story. She was an attractive teenager who was engaged to an 18-year-old named Frank Aguirre. He was not into crime or drinking like some other kids and held down a good job. And then one day, he just went missing. Williams looked high and low for him, and he never turned up. Then one day, her cool neighbor, a guy named Wayne Henley, informed her that Frank had been murdered by the Mafia. Of course, Henley had delivered Frank to Coral, like all those other boys whose faces were now on missing persons posters all over the place. Williams and Henley became friends, often smoking weed and downing beers while talking about the tough lives they lived. One thing they didn't talk about, though, was Henley's dark secret. One day, they were out on their bicycles when she got a flat tire. As they stood there in the street, a white van pulled up alongside them. The friendly driver was the Candyman, who Williams had heard of, but she didn't have a clue Henley supplied him with various torture victims. In a cordial tone, Coral said, "Put your bikes in the back of the van and I'll take you home." They did just that, with Williams wondering why the van looked like some kind of cage. But in the end, Coral actually did do what he said he'd do, and Williams arrived home safely. He had no interest in girls. A few weeks later, and the date was August 7th. In the evening that day, Williams had a huge fight with her hot-tempered father. She was so scared she had to bolt the door to her room where she was hiding from him. Her neighbor Henley turned up to help. In tow, he had 17-year-old Tate Curley, who Williams had never met. Williams told them that she had to get away from the house or else her father might do something crazy. So Henley told her that he knew of a place where they could all go and everything would be alright. Things were about to get very, very weird. At least for two people in this threesome. When they got to Coral's house, things weren't alright at all. With the room door closed so the other two kids couldn't hear, Coral shouted at Henley. He ruined everything by bringing that girl. What he meant was he had $200 ready to pay Henley for his next victim, the unassuming Curly. How could Coral do his wicked business with the girl there? Henley told him about the violent father, after which Coral seemed to calm down a bit. He grabbed some weed and put it down on the table in front of the teens. Then he came back from the kitchen with a tin of solvent and 3 rags and said it was time to have what he called a huffing party. The next thing Henley knew, he was waking from a state of unconsciousness with his hands handcuffed behind him. The other two were tied up and gagged. Obviously, they had no idea what happened, but Henley knew exactly how things were going to turn out, maybe for all 3 of them. He saw himself losing his manhood on the torture board while the creepiest man in the world breathed obscenities into his ear. Coral then put a 22 into Henley's stomach and again shouted, "You ruined everything." The other 2 teens nervously laughed under their gags, thinking this was some kind of outrageous prank. With the gun at Henley's head now, Coral said he would have the boy, but for ruining things, Henley had to torture and kill the girl. Henley nodded his head and Coral removed the cuffs. The other 2 still thought it was some kind of game. Williams and Curly only started to understand the gravity of the situation when Coral removed all his clothes. He proceeded to walk over to the now wriggling body of Curly. At that moment, Williams' gag came loose, and still kind of smiling, she whispered to Henley, "Is this for real?" She looked for cracks at the side of his mouth when he said in a deadly serious voice, "Yes, this is for real." Henley shouted over to Coral just as he was beginning his cycle of depravity and said, "Hey Dean, why don't you let me take the chick out of here? She don't want to see that." Coral just carried on. Henley, seeing an opportunity, leaped to the side and picked up the gun. He pointed it at Coral and shouted, "Back off, stop." Coral, thinking Henley was his ever-obedient helper, returned the threat with, "Go ahead, shoot. You won't do it." Bang, 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 bang. With 6 bullets in him, Coral tried to move, but collapsed dead in the hallway. His bloodied, stark-naked body slumped against the wall. Henley then made the call, "Y'all better come here right now, I just killed a man." After he'd untied Williams and Curly, he told them the truth, showing them the torture tools, the board, even admitting that if Curly had been killed, he would have gotten $200. When the cops came, Henley was read his Miranda rights, to which he shouted back in the cop's face, "I don't care who knows about it, I have to get it off my chest." 27 bodies were found in all, many showing the marks of the days of the obscene torture they'd endured before they died. There was likely at least another victim too, even though movies and documentaries seem to mostly ignore Dean Corll. At the time, this body count made him the worst U.S. serial killer in history. Even now, he's virtually unheard of, which is strange when you consider the plethora of movies and documentaries about less demented and less prolific killers. Henley is still in prison today, not for killing Corll, but for everything else he did. The prosecutor said the crimes were the most extreme example of man's inhumanity to man I've ever seen. Henley might get out of jail in 2025, and if he does, he'll be 65. Brooks died in 2020 while still in prison. Curly and Williams naturally never got over the trauma of that day. Curly had mental issues throughout his life and was an alcoholic for most of it. In 2008, he died from a heart attack. Williams was equally traumatized, but she didn't fall prey to alcoholism. She said all her life after the incident, she wasn't sure how she felt about Henley. On one hand, he had led teens toward perhaps the most horrific death possible, and on the other hand, he had saved her life. In 2005, she turned up to the prison where Henley was incarcerated and decided to try and understand just how bad he was. He told her in no uncertain terms that on that day he'd almost shot her instead of Corll, and so saved himself from police capture. He would no doubt have also got $200 for doing it. That was all she needed to know. She walked out of the prison gates and told herself this dark chapter in her life was over.
Seems to be like the internet's wasteland. Anything and everything goes. If you have a pulse, you can find a platform on TikTok. It's kind of an enigma of the social media landscape. On no other platform can you post one video and have it get 100 million views and 10 million followers. But people have done that on TikTok. And with this being possible, it has enabled some, strange individuals to find fame on TikTok. Now, when I say grown man smearing food all over his face and acting like a toddler, most people would recoil in disgust and go hide in their homes for safety. But TikTok's response would be to make that man famous. And that is exactly the situation we're going to be looking at today. Meet Johnny Ridlin, the internet's biggest man baby. Now, Johnny Ridlin is a TikToker who, I guess acts like a baby. There's not really an easy category to put his videos in. They're just kinda there. Now, I can't really tell if this is just some big joke, or if this is just how he acts normally, and I think that's pretty impressive on Johnny's part. But regardless if it's an act or not, it's quite the spectacle to watch. So, as you've probably figured out by now, I have gathered some of Johnny's TikToks to show you today. Get ready, it's gonna be a rough one. So subscribe.
I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. I'm a gummy, 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 gummy bear. Oh my gosh! Gummy bears! Ooh, for me? Oh, it's just so good!
Yeah, this guy is 37 years old, and this is what he does every single day. I don't really know how to feel about this. People follow this man. That's something to be concerned about, right? I mean, that's a small country. That's a sizable army. I feel like there's a decent threat here.
Meow. 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 Meow.
here are just astounding. Like, I know it's TikTok and you gotta take it with a grain of salt, but still, these are the only videos this guy has ever made. Him eating things in weird ways. And he's gotten nearly 50 million likes across his videos. That just cannot mean anything good for the state of the planet. I don't think I could do this. I don't think that halfway through my life, I could wake up every day and make myself do this. I think it would end me. Have y'all had enough yet? Because I know I sure have. We'll watch one more, round it out. Milk? You know, it's kind of a bittersweet feeling seeing people like this as a content creator. On one hand, it's like, really? This is the guy who gets 4.3 million followers? But on the other hand, I know deep down that nobody, and I mean nobody, can be happy with acting like a baby every day of your life being your claim to fame. So, you know, yin yang. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you a penny. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye. This video has ruined my day. I don't even have anything funny to say. Johnny has killed my spirit.
So just subscribe. Just do it, please. If you don't, I will be forced to uppercut your grandmother.
I see you on sonar now. You must have found it. Very good. Time to make your exit, I think.
This is a message for the furry haters. So, here's a little tidbit for you furry haters. And you know what? Hate on me too. I'm a furry too, motherfucker. This stupid vegan teacher. Don't push your luck. Trust me, it's not gonna get you very far.
Furries, a species that man has been studying since the dawn of time. Not quite man, not quite beast. The furry is an enigma of human evolution, and today we have quite the specimen to study. Dragonite Original is a furry who spends his days on TikTok, making videos about how he controls the chaotic energy around the world, can shapeshift, read people's minds, and communicate with other species. Now, Dragonite Original blew up on TikTok when he made a video about a furry named Indigo. Now, the story of Indigo the furry was that a bunch of people got together and were harassing them and bullying them, and they ended up committing suicide. But this never happened, and it turned out to be a giant hoax. But that did not stop Dragonite Original from unleashing his fury on the population of TikTok, because after his initial video, he uploaded many more, and they did not get better. Now, of course, being the man of science that I am, I had to explore further, and now I have brought my findings to you. Let's begin. Please subscribe. We shall begin with the video that started it all.
This is a message for the furry haters. You made it to commit suicide.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's normal. You're talking about a child committing suicide and you start laughing uncontrollably.
Now Indigo is walking along the clouds while you will be drowning in lava. Do you know what? Hate on me too. Because fuck it. I'm a furry too, motherfuckers.
Okay, let's just pretend for a second that this entire situation wasn't a hoax, because that was the mindset that Dragonite Original was in. Imagine you hear about someone committing suicide, and the first thing you think of to do is to go on TikTok and make a video about how much of a badass you are. Real high class, Dragonite.
Yeah. I just haven't had the resources to get a fursuit. And you know what? Yeah, I fucking want one. Next time you're gonna have to fucking deal with me. 'Cause I have power. Chaotic power. Try me.
Well, considering you deleted this video because people were making fun of you, I have a feeling that you didn't actually want to be tried.
So, here's a little tidbit for you furry haters. Being I'm a furry myself. Without a fursuit, of course. I just heard from a reliable source of ours that Indigo still lives, motherfuckers.
Could we, maybe get this guy on a watch list, possibly?
We are unstoppable. Furries forever. You can try to hurt me, but I'll bet you some furries will be at my head real quick if they can get to me.
What a terrible threat. Yeah, I bet there'll be some furries at my side, maybe. If they can get there in time, that is.
Yeah. Indigo still lives. Nice try, haters. Nice try.
Now, I'm not entirely sure what happened between the last video and this next one, but it appears that he got a bit of an ego boost.
Okay. Friends of mine see me as a god. Y'all are just overreacting. I have no compared to the actual god. I'm but a mere monster.
Come on, guys, he's just a mere monster. Stop hyping him up so much. What is he even talking about? First of all, there is a 0% chance that anyone has ever called this man a god. And secondly, he's a monster? A monster of what? Attacking drywall? Making shitty TikToks? What does this mean?
They even say I'm a demon, which... Alright. I'm one of those rare demons that don't like to hurt you. And even then, I'm just a human being, so...
Wait, what? So first he was a furry, then he was a monster, then he was a demon, now he's a human again? What is happening?
My delusions are mine alone. And yes, I stick with them because they are what give me hope at times. Other times I just really don't care. So, yeah. Have fun with that information, guys.
Oh, I will, Dragonite. Don't you worry.
Fact of the day about me. I am carnivorous. Yes, I am a carnivore, and I am proud of it. And no, I don't care. I've seen the videos of animals getting abused and slaughtered. Seeing all that blood just makes me thirsty.
Yeah, about that watch list, could we possibly speed that up a little? How little social experience do you have to think that talking about the blood of animals making you thirsty makes you look cool?
Thirsty for the blood of my enemies, that is. You see, I'm psychotic.
Here's a good rule of thumb for navigating the internet. If somebody ever says that they're psychotic or a psychopath, they're probably not psychotic or a psychopath.
If I eat meat, I'm normally calm. And yes, I do admit I need help, but no one's willing to help me with my mental state. Which is why I learned to hide it. Almost a bit too well for some people's liking.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but I wouldn't call going on TikTok and telling everybody that you have a problem with your mental state a good job of hiding that you have a problem with your mental state. Seems a little backwards to me.
So, there's the fact of the day for you guys. From me, about me. Bye.
Now this is where the plot really thickens. Now there's two ways this could have happened. The first way, the vegan teacher saw his video about being a carnivore and got mad. Or two, he saw the drama about Gordon Ramsay and that vegan teacher and decided to inject himself into the situation. Now I don't know about you, but I'm putting my money on the latter.
This is to the vegan teacher. Don't push your luck. Trust me, it's not gonna get you very far. I mean, I've pushed my luck before. And a demon came from that.
I too once pushed myself too hard. I shit my pants. Why does he keep talking about himself as this, like, demon summoner, descendant of the gods warrior? I mean, he's gotta be able to read the comments. Does he think people are gonna just eventually believe this?
Do not want to piss us off. I mean, I have ADHD and I have a tendency to black out when someone pisses me off to a certain point. And I know truth here. After all, someone once said, all we have left to fear is fear itself. I am the demon of chaos.
How the fuck does the demon of chaos know Franklin D. Roosevelt?
The monster that hides behind the beast which hides behind the gentle persona. Yes, I am gentle. But one thing is, you do not want to piss us off.
Oh my god, I am shaking in my boots. I never thought a monster could hide behind such a gentle persona. I am shocked. Well, I could show you more, but it is essentially the same shit over and over and over again. Just him walking around his house talking about how he's the demon of assholes or whatever. You know, the usual. So I won't subject you to that anymore. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and walk on over to that subscribe button and show it your true power as the demon of chaos. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
I can feel the power surging through me. My transformation into the demon of chaos is almost complete. All I need now is for you to subscribe to August the Duck to complete the ritual, so make sure you do. If you don't, I will be forced to uppercut your grandmother.
Excellent. Did I ever tell you about the sewers in my hometown? It was there I first decided to join the...
I have a convenience store delivery for Super Grover.
Oh yeah, he said just put it there.
this man is okay, because being a daredevil, it takes a lot. You gotta have guts to get up there and do some nonsense shit like that. You are walking on a spinning wheel. That's not even the human's natural comfort zone to be walking on. I don't even like walking on ledges. If it got a creep to it, I'm not walking on it. That shit moving, let me walk around it. But here's where I messed up at. I laughed a little bit because I thought that was a part of his act. Oh, he was into it. He had the Michael Jackson hat on. He snapped above his head. His hands was moving. I thought he was doing the right thing. And then when he was falling, nobody really reacted on time. Even Curious George Daddy under the spinning wheel, I don't know if that's him or whoever that is in the yellow, he didn't even react on time. You had to hear a noise that didn't sound a part of the performance. And like, what the hell? Did you hear that? Oh, he done fell off the wheel. I don't even know what you're supposed to do to heal somebody from falling off a 20-foot spinning wheel like that. Like, as soon as he hit that last part and his neck snapped up, I know his soul left the chat immediately. That man's soul probably somewhere in RuneScape or Narnia or somewhere. We don't know, but we just hope he's okay. And one last thing before I get up out of here. If y'all gonna have somebody doing some serious stunt devil shit like this, at least have the decency to give them some proper updated music, because that 1950 ass carnival music, oh, I laughed my ass off. I'm sorry. I had a healthy laugh. It is 2021. There's no reason that should still be on the playlist for carnivals, especially with daredevils up here risking their life. Can they go out to some pimping shit at least, if it is to happen? Like, cause at this moment, he's laying there. We don't know what's happening. The crowd don't know what's happening. He's laying there injured, probably paralyzed, and y'all got this Mickey Mouse ass shit playing in the background. That's like playing the Mickey Mouse theme song at somebody's funeral. It don't work. Y'all could have played that man some Bone Crusher, Never Scared. That would be my go-to song. He probably would have did that shit way better. Spinning on his head, flips. Y'all done distracted him though with this Mickey Mouse ass carnival music. Cut it off.
So basically, I'm going to take his credit card, and I'm going to Best Buy to buy Fortnite.
To buy Fortnite. Do it? Yeah, we got the phone. You wanna do it?
Yeah.
It seems like people are willing to do anything imaginable for that 15 minutes of YouTube fame. Whether that be pulling some stupid prank, shamelessly clickbaiting and exploiting an audience, or, in the case of today's video, pretending to be a domestic abuser. What everybody dreams to be their claim to fame, right? Well, apparently it was for the YouTuber Eli So Cray, a YouTuber specializing in everybody's favorite kind of content, fake pranks and 3 a.m. challenges. Whoopee. And in his video, girlfriend buys Fortnite online with a boyfriend credit/debit card. I don't really know why they felt the need to add both credit and debit card. I don't think that's really what anybody's focusing on in this title. I broke her nose. OMG. He breaks his girlfriend's nose. Surprise, surprise. Or at least he pretends to, because, you know, we're dealing with one of these channels. But that's enough talking. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Yo, what's up, YouTube and Cray gang? It's your girl, Joanna. I'm trying to be cool for you guys.
Alright, I'm already bored. What is it with these channels and always having some strange name for their audience? The Cray gang? Really? That's what y'all landed on?
So basically, today, I'm pranking Elijah again. He just left to the mall a couple minutes ago, and guess what I found on the counter?
His credit card. On his plan.
So he left his credit card, guys.
Oh wow.
He left his credit card.
Alright, what do you guys think? They canceled the card before they recorded this video? Or they didn't realize it until later? I know where my money is.
So, he's not going to be able to buy anything at the mall without his credit card, obviously. So, I don't know if you already noticed that it's missing. He's probably going to call me and ask me, like, if I saw it, if he left it here. And he's probably going to come back in a couple minutes. So, I took this time to, you know, take advantage of the moment and think of a cool little prank that I could pull on him. So basically, I'm going to take his credit card and I'm going to Best Buy to buy Fortnite.
Okay, so let's just all try our best here to try and ignore the fact that they didn't even choose a video game that cost money. My question comes even before that fact. How is this a prank? I mean, isn't there usually like a gotcha moment in a traditional prank? Where would that come in here? Let's just say that Fortnite did cost money. Where's the punchline here? Ha ha ha, I just wasted $60, baby. That's it. That's the entire prank. Why would he be filming this? And before somebody comments because he's in on the prank, because I know someone will, yes, I'm aware of that. But for the audience they're trying to convince that this is not staged, what reason would he have for filming this?
Dang, I went to the mall, left my car on, just get it back home.
This video is literally making less and less sense every 30 seconds. Okay, so even if the prank was to like make him think that his credit card was stolen, real banger by the way, he knows exactly where his credit card was, and now his girlfriend is gone, and so is his card. So what is the prank here? Making an unauthorized purchase that he now knows about? Good one, I guess. Okay, so I'm not gonna bore you with the next section, but I am gonna bore you with the next section a little bit, because I had to watch it so you aren't getting off scot-free. But for the next 6 minutes straight, they look for a physical copy of Fortnite at Best Buy, GameStop, and on Amazon. 6 minutes. Maybe 10 words are said during this entire segment. This is an actual screenshot from my editing software. That is 2 straight minutes of nothing but background music. No words, no commentary, background music, and footage of them walking. This video is 18 minutes long. It should have been 3.
Alright guys, I just ordered it. He's gonna be pissed as hell.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Dang, bro, dang!
Oh, I forgot we're still doing this. My god, this might just be the most boring video I have ever watched. I have cut out at least 10 minutes of this video already, and I'm sure you guys haven't even noticed. That's how slow this video is.
This is crazy, man. What the hell? I just got a text saying thank you for your purchase of Fortnite on your debit card. Hold on, what the hell? Somebody used my card to buy Fortnite?
I don't know if this is the worst thing I've ever seen or if it's my favorite video I've ever watched. It's so bad that it's actually like moving. I am so happy that I've never made a video like this. It's like the ghost of Christmas past for YouTube, showing me what could have been. It's so bad it's making me happy.
Nah, hell no. Nah. Oh, hell no. And it has my address on it. It had to have been Joanna. It has my address on it. The only person upstairs where I left my card is Joanna. Who else? I knew I was bugging.
My god, why would you pick YouTube when you obviously have a gift for forensics? It would have taken a seasoned detective to figure that one out. You're wasting your talent, Eli.
You have some explaining why did I just now get a text on my phone saying that Fortnite for Xbox One was purchased for $70?
What? A text?
Yes, I just got a text saying that Fortnite was purchased for $70.
That text.
Oh, I'll show you the text.
Yeah.
Oh, show you that.
Your glasses are magnificent, but your lenses are not. Replace them with new ones. Blue light, sunnies, progressives, and more. Ooh, that's better. Get started at boomeranglenses.com.
The text, huh?
So,
What does that say right there?
so that doesn't mean
That
anything.
came from this address. You purchased Fortnite on my card?
Why would I purchase Fortnite with your card? Listen to how dumb you sound.
Okay, so anytime I try and immerse myself into the reality of this video, the same question keeps on coming back to me. How, in any way, shape, or form, is this a prank? I mean, what's the game plan here? Buy something with somebody else's money, deny it 30 times, and then say, haha, I actually did buy it? That's a prank? That just sounds like theft.
Always blaming everything on me.
If you bought Fortnite with my card, I'm gonna sell your phone. And I'll get my money back. Yeah, I'm gonna sell your phone.
care about this phone?
Yeah, okay. Okay. Hold on. Why you got my computer on for? Thanks. Your order, hold on. Your order was placed. My order was placed. What order? I don't recall ordering nothing.
Let me see that.
Yeah. What you call? Yeah, come see. Come see.
I honestly think that they forgot what video they were recording. I think the fact that she said this was a prank in the beginning completely went out of the window. I don't even know what this is supposed to be anymore.
Why you lying to me for? Stop. No, you lying. Why would you do that for? I need that money. Why would you come in right now? I'm talking to you. Why would you go on my card and purchase a game that I did not give you consent to purchase?
I already told you I didn't.
You did. Now, I see you tell the truth, but you still want to see how you still want to lie to me, right?
I'm sure I didn't.
You want to lie to me.
I didn't do anything.
Yo, bro, I'm so close to duffing you, bro.
No, no,
Yo, I'm so serious. I'm going to duff you right now, bro. It's getting tight right now, bro.
Yeah, we got the ball.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
I don't want to order Fortnite without my permission again.
Wow, 18 minutes for that. I've seen middle school plays with better fake punching. Is disappointment an inappropriate feeling right now? I don't really care.
Yo, hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications right now.
Okay, so we're gonna ignore the fact that that was the most hilarious reading of an outro that I've ever heard, and we're gonna focus on the issue of how he would know this is a video. He's not supposed to be in on this prank. Why would he be giving an outro? Well, that honestly felt like the longest video I've ever covered on my channel, and I've covered hour-long Nikocado Avocado videos. I mean, this was actually painful. Between them saying every line 3 or 4 times to try and pad out the runtime, to a majority of the video being absolutely nothing happening, saying I'm glad this video is over is an understatement. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye. Subscribe.
What's good, YouTube? You already know what it is. It's your boy, Daniel.
The Prince family is without a doubt the worst channel on this entire website. Now, while there's no such thing as a good family channel, exploiting your children every day for money and doing the same stupid pranks over and over and over again and expecting anybody to believe them is a whole nother level of stupidity on its own. But the Prince family takes it to a whole nother universe of idiocy. When I say they make the worst videos on the entire platform, I really mean it. I genuinely do not think that you could find a single video of theirs that is not clickbait, with a stupid edited thumbnail, with a title that has absolutely nothing to do with the actual video. Now, I can already sense some idiots in the comments saying, oh, you're just jealous, you wish you were them, you're just a hater. No, I'm not. I really don't wish I was the Prince family. I have some respect for myself, but I just cannot fathom why they have a following as large as they do. You know, most of the time in the normal world, if you try to sell a product that is not what it says it is, people usually get mad. They might return your product. They might even sue you. So how is it that 8 million people want to keep watching videos that are not only the exact same every single time, but are also falsely advertised every single time? It doesn't really make sense to me. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Prince family, don't you worry. I got you covered. I went and gathered a few of their popular uploads and a couple of their more recent ones to give you a good idea of what the Prince family is all about. And we're not going to be watching them all the way through because the average...
I'll find GTA.
What?
I'll find GTA.
I am on it. I've been on it. There you go. I'm about to say he almost caught me. I just got done doing my setup. Oh my god, I need new LED lights.
And buy him. What the fuck?
I can, but I don't want to. I'm just killing everybody along my way. Of course, everything gets spotted by the camera. You wanna help me do the KO?
What?
Wanna do KO?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on. I can't go. Look, this motherfucker.
Oh, let me go to my, I already did my setups. And I'll be right back.
You know what you said?